Good afternoon, you're watching Afghanews. Afghanistan seeks greater Chinese involvement in bringing stability and economic prosperity to the country. President Hamid Karzai said on Wednesday in an interview with the Chinese state television, CCTV in Kabul. Karzai wants China to weigh in with its ally Pakistan, but China's experts say Beijing is reluctant to get any more involved in a country that has proven a quagmire for outsiders for centuries and is now bogging down US and NATO troops. Karzai said that there are other opportunities for China as well in the economic area in Afghanistan, in transportation, in the pipeline business from Afghanistan to China, in the exploration of the mineral resources in the transit sector, and Afghanistan becoming one of the important routes for China to take its business to the rest of the world. Karzai repeated his call for Taliban members to stop fighting and contribute to rebuilding the country. A bomb attack killed an Afghan intelligence agent and wounded 3 girls in the country's north on Thursday, a provincial spokesman said, with the Taliban claiming responsibility. Painda Muhammad, a junior official in the Kunduz branch of National Director of Security, died when the blast destroyed his car near his home. Provincial spokesman Mahbubullah Saidi said, adding that 3 young girls were also injured. The Taliban said in a text message that the bombing was aimed at senior security officials. The militia has stepped up targeted assassinations recently. NATO says a man wearing an Afghan police uniform has shot dead a service member in eastern Afghanistan. It is the second killing in less than a month of a NATO soldier by someone dressed in an Afghan uniform. NATO also says that insurgents killed another service member in a separate attack in eastern Afghanistan, and both attacks took place on Thursday. The alliance did not provide any further details, saying it is investigating the attacks. The 2 killings raised the number of foreign troops killed this year in Afghanistan to 330. UN Security Council envoys have issued a statement condemning human rights violations and use of force against civilians by the Syrian government amid a tank attack on Hamas city of 800,000 residents. The text was adopted on Wednesday after 3 days of heated discussions by the 15-member body as a council statement rather than as a resolution. The diplomatic developments came as fresh explosions erupted in Hama, while residents said Syrian military vehicles had occupied the main Orontes Square in Hamas Center. The Security Council had been struggling since Monday over how to respond to the crisis, with the European powers and the United States seeking a tough condemnation, but Russia, China and some other nations so far were blocking action, saying it could lead to a Libya-style military intervention by the West. And that all 10 people on board a helicopter that crashed in eastern Indonesia were killed, said the country's transportation department on Thursday. The helicopter carried mostly new-crazed mine workers and contractors, and authorities found the crash site around midnight on Thursday in the mountainous areas near port town of Bulliten, about 2,200 kilometers northeast of the capital, Jakarta, said the department spokesperson. 1 person was found alive but later died in a hospital. The country's planned safety investigations the Transport Ministry said air control lost contact with the helicopter around 6:30 GMT on Wednesday afternoon. And a source at the Transport Ministry, who declined to be identified, said an explosion was heard around the time the helicopter lost contact. And that's all for now. Stay with the news in 30 minutes.